Yellowstone has become one of the biggest and greatest television shows of all time. Some critics and hardcore television buffs may argue against that statement, but I stand by my opinion, and quite frankly, so do the 5.2 million viewers who tuned in for the Season 3 finale. Yellowstone is set to make its return in July of 2021 for Season 4, and this upcoming season is the most anticipated season yet by far. Season 3 ended on such a wild cliffhanger, leaving fans hoping for the best and not the worst. John Dutton was left on the side of the road suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. Kayce was attacked by rapid gunfire at his office. Schwartz and Meyer imploded with Beth still inside. And not to mention Rip Wheeler being fired up at the end of the episode. Soon enough, we will finally get the answers that we have all been waiting for. But until then, today on CountryCast, we are going to take a look at the top 5 things that we would like to see happen in Season 4. First up on our list is Jimmy. That's right, Jimmy. Jimmy came from such a broken background, and with a little help from Rip Wheeler early on, he landed back on solid ground. Not only was the Dutton Ranch a place Jimmy could call home, but the rodeo was as well. And in Season 4, I think most of us out there would love to see Jimmy get back on the broncs and do the one thing that he truly loved and was pretty damn good at. Now, it may be risky since John Dutton made it clear for him to stop after his injury, but Jimmy hanging on for 8 seconds again would be great to see. Plus, it gave him that extra spark as his girlfriend Mia described. So who knows, maybe we will see Jimmy back out at the rodeo with Lloyd and Mia by his side. Number 2 on our list is Beth Dutton and Rip Wheeler. If everything shakes out as us fans hope, maybe we will finally get the chance to see Rip and Beth married. Prior to the finale, everything seemed to be falling into place for the two of them. Plus, Rip inherited his land and home from John Dutton, and Rip gave Beth his mother's wedding ring. Another positive was that John made it clear to Rip and Beth that he was already aware of their romance and gave Rip permission to marry his daughter when asked. Most were worried that Beth's inability to have children would hinder Rip's decision to go through with the marriage, but to no surprise, it had no bearing at all on Rip's decision. Season 4 may be the season where John allows for Beth and Rip to wed on his ranch, and Rip Wheeler will finally be able to call John Dutton his dad. Moving on to the third thing that we would like to see in Season 4, the Duttons survive. As I stated before, Season 3 left everyone with the same question: who will survive after the sudden attacks in the finale? And we're hoping John, Kayce, and Beth make their return alive. Kevin Costner plays the role of John Dutton like no other, and honestly to the point where one would believe that the Dutton Ranch is an actual real thing. That alone helps solidify the show. John Dutton's character is needed right now, and it just does not feel like the right move to let him go out like that at this stage of the show. Kayce was the perfect fit for Livestock Commissioner, and should be the next in line to inherit the ranch. Rip is obviously a great option as well, but Kayce is in the bloodline, and even though he may have his moments with Monica, he is downright loyal and will be able to come back and help orchestrate the revenge that the Duttons will be seeking. Remember y'all, Kayce, John Dutton's own son, even wears the brand. Let's not forget Beth. At times, she may be a lot to handle, but ultimately she is the brains of the operation. And if anyone needs to come back and help develop the strategic response to the mass attack left on her family, it's her. And like I said earlier, fans just want Rip and Beth to marry one another. We're all waiting for that. So while we're speaking about Beth, let's get into number 4, market equities. In Season 4, we are hoping to see market equities crash and burn to the ground. Market equities are after the Dutton Ranch, but once you light that fire, there is no putting it out unless the Duttons put it out for you. We are hoping that fire is put out by the demise of Rourke Morris. Morris was a thorn in the Duttons' side all along in Season 3, and if he developed that attack on the Duttons, let's hope he never fishes for trout ever again. And finally, getting to number 5 on our list. I don't think anyone will disagree with this pick, but we want to see more of Rip Wheeler. Let me start by saying that Cole Hauser does a phenomenal job at this role and takes the modern day cowboy to new heights on the screen. With the build up from the Season 3 finale, Rip is ready to raise some hell and take care of business. And we hope that Season 4 provides Rip the opportunity to be all over the screen protecting the Dutton Ranch from extinction. With all of the uncertainty that we have been left with as fans, let's hope Rip plays a major role in the cleanup this upcoming season. Now, before we go, we do have one honorable mention for things that we would like to see happen in Season 4. And it involves Jamie Dutton. Many theories are circulating as to who was actually involved in the attack on the Duttons, and one of the theories is that Jamie orchestrated those attacks after the discussion he had with his biological father. And if that's the case, well, maybe we will see Jamie Dutton take a trip to the train station. What would be a full circle moment is if he goes to the train station and was taken by Beth. Beth and Jamie have a controversial history together, starting from the time Miss Dutton died to when Jamie took Beth to the abortion clinic while pregnant with Rip's child, and of course just the conniving things that he has done up to this season. But everyone has to admit, Wes Bentley totally crushes his role as Jamie Dutton, and that's why fans are just so disgusted by his character. But Season 4 is approaching, and we shall see who really brought on these attacks, and if Jamie's fate will be in the hands of his adopted family. Guys, if we did not mention something that you would like to see in Season 4, please go ahead and let us know what it is that you're looking for in Yellowstone's upcoming season, Season 4. But that will be all for now. Remember to make sure that you hit that subscribe button down below. Turn those notifications on as well so you never miss out on any breaking updates surrounding your favorite country artist and all the news coming right out of Music City. Y'all stay country.